We should be live for the Baltimore Ravens versus the Los Angeles Chargers. The Harb-Bowl 2.0 today, of course, on Monday Night Football. We're waiting here. ESPN says the game will start. It's almost game time. I don't know what's really going on, why it hasn't. That's what I figured. Let me go. We got to go pirate the game. 17 seconds from now. Let's see here. This is my normal one. Let's see if it's going to work for us. Yeah, we're good. Golden. Trying to wait for that to go away. Oops. Get rid of the chat. Good stuff. We are live for Monday Night Football. End of week number 12. Let's make sure this NFL. Let's make sure. Looks like I gotta lower it a little more. And kickoff here. Baltimore going to defer, so LA going to start with the ball for this game. And let me get I'm trying to get this game cast perfectly cropped for y'all. A little higher, a little lower, more on the sides here. A little more on the right, and then we'll expand it. Close, and now let's expand. Of course, I lost my top. Oh, killing the play at the line of scrimmage. Shotgun set. Malik Harrison starting on the outside. And a run up the middle going nowhere. Okay, that's actually, I need to actually just go down on. Oops. There we go. Perfect. Got y'all a game cast up there for well. Different one. What up, Aza? What up, ES? Flock up. This would pull us half a game in within the AFC North. The trips right bunch. Shotgun play action. Herbert looking left. Got him, man. It's Marlon Humphrey chasing down, I believe that's McConkey. Questionable coming into this game, but the rookie out of Georgia looking good in the slot. One of the key matchups to watch tonight. McConkey takes majority of all, and Darius Washington's the guy that gets in the way of Marlon. He's got to be a little more aware of that. Darius, of course, getting the start tonight. Guys like Marcus Williams, healthy scratch or backup. Of course, Eddie Jackson released earlier in the week as well. 1st and 10. Ball here on the 47-yard line of the Chargers. Handoff going up the middle. And that's Gus the Bus Edwards. Of course, the big storyline of this game, 16 former Ravens, of course, on this LA Chargers roster and coaching staff in front office. 2 of the running backs, they got 2 tight ends, 2 centers, safety, and then a lot of front office staff from the Ravens. It's definitely the Harb-Bowl 3.0 here. Of course, this LA Chargers been pretty good. No Roquan Smith tonight for the Ravens. That's a big loss. Handoff up the middle. Good cut by the Charger back, and that's Gus with a first down. And the Ravens, of course, now pretty thin on defensive line with Pierce and some of these other guys dealing with injuries. I know Travis Jones was questionable for this game. He is out there, but no Sanusi Kane, Arthur Mollett, David Ajabo. Tampa still on IR as well. Linderbaum came into this game questionable, but is playing for the Ravens tonight. Fresh set of downs for the Chargers on the Ravens side of the field here. Motion man number 18, 12, fake jet sweep. Herbert all the time in the world. He's going to run up the pocket, and smart slide by the young quarterback, Trenton Simpson, the man right there in pursuit. 12, 10, and ticking here in the first quarter. What up, David? How you doing today, my boy? And pretty good coverage there by the Ravens in zone coverage, it looks like. Brandon Stevens still starting at corner. There was a lot of speculation about a move to safety from him, but stick with him. 2nd and 6. Strong right here from the Chargers. Let's see if they run in it. They're motioning that way, and they're going to run right that direction. That was easy as day, and Dobbins with a huge first down carry for probably about 10 or more yards. And I mean, guys, where's the defensive shift? Where's the motion? Like, you know where that's going. You know, especially after this motion, the linebackers move, but the defense line doesn't. Urban kind of loses the outside edge there, but there's a lot of bodies. Linebackers got to crash that hole quicker. 1st and 10. And let me officially open up betting as well here for the game. I'll explain that here in a moment. Shotgun set, little play action. Herbert over the middle and skits one right in between Harrison and Simpson. And that's Will Desley. And I believe that's going to bring them down inside a 1st and goal. Chargers consistently moving down the field here with runs and play actions. And yeah, the Ravens step up with that play action. Malik's got to... Malik, you can't turn your body fully like that. Malik basically turns his back to Herbert. Herbert knows immediately that if he puts that ball in between that, Malik's not going to see it quick enough. That's a horrible coverage drop by Malik. He's got to understand nothing's coming from that other side and then flip his hips back immediately. So that's where when you take that first step, he can take that step like that. That first step, that's fine. But when you realize there's no one crossing from that side and you saw the guy coming from the other side, you need to open your hips and get eyes on the quarterback and that guy, or flip your hips and drop the other way, which I get is maybe a little harder, but like, you just got to play that better. 1st and goal. Herbert looking left. 2nd read. Buying time. He's going to climb the pocket, and he's in as several Ravens miss him. And that's a 1st and goal carry for the quarterback as he's running this ball back. 5-yard rushing touchdown. 9:45 as it looks like the Chargers are going to take an early 7-0 lead on the Ravens. Oh, that's so hard to watch. And sorry, I'm cooking some chicken. And I'll be right back. I actually got to go tempt the chicken. Sorry. I was explaining to the girlfriend how to tempt the chicken correctly. She said she'll grab it for me. So but I was telling her, what a temperature I'm looking for, and then she can just pull and set it because I want it to rest for a while. A good. I've been slow baking it in the oven because I'm gonna shred it basically. Just doing real simple. We finished our gym workout earlier. We're doing real simple, just shredded chicken, which I got like 2 chicken breasts with some salt, pepper. I cook with MSG because we uncle approved. And a little garlic. My chili powder expired, so I need to get some new chili powder. I would have put some of that on. And then I use like a poultry rub, which is usually like mostly thyme, parsley, a little bit of rosemary, maybe some marjoram, a couple different, the classic poultry type of blend spices for herbs. And it's a commercial break. Now would be the good time. What quiz do we open with? Let's start with it. Who wins Offensive Rookie of the Year? So, of course, betting is open in the chat. Streamlabs said that. I'll show you with a command real quick how to do your betting. You can do exclamation point bet, either Ravens or Chargers. Exclamation point bet, one space, either Ravens or Chargers, one space, and then a point amount between, I think, 10 and 100,000. Of course, you can only bet as many points as you have. You can do exclamation points, bet points to see how many you have. You can see me and Azo showed you how to do there. And of course, Rookie of the Year poll. You can do exclamation point vote. We've got Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Brock Bowers, Drake May, or the other category. And you can vote officially in the poll via Streamlabs, doing a command like I did there. Of course, this is the third meeting between the Harbaughs. John is 2-0 in all these meetings. The Ravens lead this series against the Chargers all-time 9-6. The last win, of course, coming in 2023, where the Ravens won 20-14. The Ravens had 4 takeaways on defense and 9 quarterback hits in that game. And like we talked about, if the Ravens can manage to pull out this game, it'll put them a half a game of the AFC North. What up, Sponge, my boy? I'm doing better, man. Actually, I have been dealing with some stomach issues the past few days, but we had to do some work this past weekend on less than like 24 hours notice, so it'd be like that. Yo, Azo, like I said, I tweeted out. I was like, "Yo, Fanatics, y'all better not mess this up. This is her. I didn't say it was her first jersey, but I told her it was for Christmas. I actually Azo, I tagged Kyle Hamilton in the post too about it. I posted that little snapshot I sent you, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest. For those that don't know, Azo bought his daughter a Kyle Hamilton jersey for Christmas. It's gonna be her first jersey. He used my Fanatics link code, which helps get me money as well, which got me potentially my first Fanatics thing, which is super exciting. So I tagged Fanatics and Kyle Hamilton in a post talking about it. And my neck's doing a little better. It's definitely been a rough few weeks for my neck. And there's Henry with a run off the right side, and Ravens got a fresh set of downs. Ball on the 40-yard line of the Ravens here. Azo, they drove downfield. Malik Harrison is starting at the other inside linebacker position with, of course, Roquan Smith out. They drove down the field, a lot of running, very predictable running, but the Ravens defensive line is dealing with some injuries themselves. But Malik Harrison's coverage problems really on shine. And then Herbert ran it in for a touchdown from the 5-yard line. Little play action here from Lamar, rolling out right. Got him, man. And oh, what a catch by Aguilar. That looked like about a 15-yard gain, and we've got a flag after the play. Let's see what it is. Yeah, Sponge, I meant to tell you, man, congratulations not only on Saquon, I've got an MVP thing for later. Oh, it's on the offense. Rip. But Saquon looking good, man. Saquon looking real good. Same with Kenyon Mitchell. Kenyon Mitchell's one of the favorites for Defensive Rookie of the Year. And they're calling a hold on Ricard. Let's see. Or not a hold, I guess illegal low block. They said he swung his leg towards him, tripping, but he didn't make contact, so it shouldn't have been a foul. Whatever. 1st and 25 now. Ball on the 25-yard line. Handoff going left. Henry trying to make something and gets past the first man, but tackled after a 2-yard gain maybe. Let's watch here for the penalty. It did make contact. That is probably the correct call. Not very much, but it did make contact. That is a dangerous play. Raven fans really can't be too upset about that, honestly. 2nd and 22 now. 7:30, so we're already halfway through the first quarter. Deep drop by Lamar, getting pressured. He's going to just flip this to Andrews. This might have been like a little tight end screen, or maybe Andrews was in blocking and then released, but nothing on the play. And of course, there's Jesse Minter, one of the former Ravens, now on this LA Chargers staff. Was on the Ravens staff. He was on Michigan staff. They brought him over to run this Harbaugh defense. Of course, they lost some guys like Brendan Rice and Junior Colson early, Asante Samuel Jr. Imagine how much better this team could have been with just those 3 names alone. Of course, no Hayden Hurst tonight as well, the former first-round pick tight end for Baltimore. Lamar, good pocket, buying time. He's throwing this. Oh, and it's definitely too far. He almost hit Marlon Humphrey. Humphrey, like, what the hell just happened? Marlon was not expecting that ball to come anywhere near him on the sideline. He's sitting on the bench, and Lamar, I think, was trying to look the safeties off and then throw this back to Zay, and just, of course, overthrew it, trying to throw almost like similar to a no-looker, but more of a look-off. Dang. Philly says, Sponge says, Jaden Daniels is a fraud. Stout with the punt here. Good long punt. Caught on the corner at the 14, maybe the 13. Coffin corner punt from Jordan Stout. Making a note of that, actually. What up, ATK? Always good to have another Raven flock. Oh, I really thought that was going to show more. That's really not what I wanted. Let's see. Maybe NFL Game Center. No clue. Did you see the #1 player in the country picture with Connor Styons after committing to? Yo, did he really, Sponge? If I did see that he flipped his commitment. What was it, from LSU to Michigan? It was one of the power schools, but I saw he flipped. I didn't know that's wild if he took that picture with Connor. Like, ooh, let the conspiracies begin. Your boy wants to see Moana too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah. So let's run through this. So, of course, we talked about it earlier. Ravens released Eddie Jackson. We could see more changes. Khalil Mack might be coming back from an injury this game. I think he is playing. The Chargers have allowed the fewest points per game, 14.5 in the league, and they have the second best red zone D. The 16 ex-Ravens on the Los Angeles Chargers: J.K. Dobbins, running back; Gus Edwards, running back; Eric Tomlinson, tight end; Hayden Hurst, tight end; Sam Mustipher, center; Bradley Bozeman, center left guard; Tony Jefferson. And then, of course, the one that really hurt my heart, Joe Ortiz. He's now, of course, the GM of the Chargers. Has been with the Ravens since 1998 to 2023. 25 years with the Ravens, and he finally did leave. That hurt. Like, it really did. Like, of course, Greg Roman, we all know about it. We already mentioned Jesse Minter, the defensive coordinator. Jim Harbaugh, technically a former Raven himself. Andy Bischoff is the run game coordinator and tight end coach over there in L.A. Mike Devlin, the O-line coach. Mark Trestman, our former offensive coordinator, is the senior offensive assistant over there. Chad Alexander is the assistant GM. He's been with the Baltimore Ravens since, I think, like 1999 to like, was it 2022 or something like that. Corey Krolek is their director of player personnel strategy. He was with the Ravens for 10 years. And of course, the big story, Kyle Hamilton, I believe, wearing the green dot for the Ravens tonight. And Herbert trying to escape out of the sack and finally gets it. I think Malik Harrison deserves the credit for the sack, but Owe and Beak get there to finish it off. course, the Ravens have been able to produce a crazy amount of pressure out of the four-man rush. Haven't been able to get the sacks like they really wanted to this year, but at least the pressures are still there. Malik Harrison, there he is, blitzing up the middle, and he's the one that gets through, splits a double team. Great effort blitzing up the middle. 2nd and 13 after the sack. Hamilton watching like a hawk. Handoff, play action, setting up the screen, and Dobbins unable to get to it. Forward pass, 3rd and 13. Ravens really could make a good stop here. Yeah, that Brandon Graham injury for the year is devastating, man. And it very well could be. He really wanted to get one more Super Bowl and retire, I feel like, is what he really wanted, man. That hurts my soul. Hashtag, you saw me, I got a video comparing myself to Jalen Hunt. That was months ago. I'm up 10 pounds of muscle, guys, honestly, in the past 2 months. Now that I'm finally, eating right, it is crazy the gains I'm making right now. Pressure up the middle, and Herbert threads a needle to McConkey. Brandon Stevens right there, and my God, what a throw that was. And there's McConkey and Brandon Stevens trying to get there and trips. It looks like Turf Monster got him as he was trying to get there. And, your boys, like I said, I'm up 10 pounds of muscle. I keep weighing myself, and I'm definitely starting to make some bigger gains. I'm almost at my combine weights. Handoff going off the right side. Dobbins, and good hit by Marlon Humphrey on the play. Chris Board in there as well. Seeing Christian Welch. Oh, that's not a good thing for the Ravens. Chris Board and Christian Welch are both in for the Ravens. They are having some linebacker issues. And we've got a holding call against Zion Johnson, one of the guards for the Chargers. So back them up a little bit. You got a scholarship earlier? Congrats, my guy. For real? Where to? And they're showing Kyle Hamilton's 2nd Ravens safety to earn first-team All-Pro. Ed Reed's done it 5 times. And they're talking about he's the real star of this defense. 1st and 20. Here comes Kyle Hamilton coming up the line of the scrimmage. And pass to J.K. Dobbins. And oh my God, he just made Malik Harrison eat dirt on that little stutter step. Malik coming out there to tackle him. JK gave him a little stutter step and just a little stutter and go move kind of. And Malik just chopped and ate turf basically. Hey, 3,000 scholarship for your academics. Congrats, my guy. That's huge. Stay on it. Stay on it, man. I'm telling you, 2nd and 9. I tell everyone, if I could have got someone to pay more for my education, it would have meant the world to me. That's why I thought about going back and playing football, honestly. And Dobbins run on the left side. Pretty good gain. Looks like a few. Hey, Azo, not bribing you, but get PS5 instead of X. Azo coming in with that super chat. That's 100% a bribe, Azo. That's 100% a bribe. For those that don't know, my girlfriend's been contemplating what to get. She wants to get one for me, but I told her to get one for herself first. Hold on. Shotgun set. 5 wide look here for the 3rd and 5. Ravens look like they're bringing some pressure. Overload right side. Let's see if they bring it. They back out, but do bring the blitz. And big hit by Nate Wiggins. Jars the ball loose. Would have been a catch. But Wiggins lays a hammer on Raygor at number 89. Philly says, I'm already scouting for my mock drafts. Oh, I know, man. I got to start. It's about time to start kind of keeping an eye on that type of stuff. I'm not going to lie, though. Today, I officially got the email from PFF. I lost my... So last year, to try to get better content for the channel, I invested in a PFF membership. Instead of paying monthly, I coughed up the money for the yearly membership right off the rip. And so it was like $117 or something like that for a full year of the membership. But I did it, and actually, I really didn't like everything that I got from it. I think it was kind of worth it. But of course, I don't have the money for it now. And yeah. So no more PFF numbers. So if the NFL screws me on the combine like they did last year, I'm going to be so upset. We've got multiple flags down on the play here, so let's see what this is. For those that don't know, I was covering the NFL combine last year, and the coverage was awful. Awful. They cut away from drills. They were just missed entire sections of drills for positions. It was beyond frustrating. And as someone that really likes to watch every single rep of every single player that's invited to the combine, to be honest with you, like my girlfriend knows, I like to just sit here, get snacks, and just sit here and watch it. Like I started streaming it the past 2 years, and oh, and they're calling Nate Wiggins on a foul for blocking too hard, pushing the guy out of bounds, basically. That's that penalty kind of hurts, but at the same time, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't mad about it. He's playing with such aggression right now. Case in point, jarring that ball loose. That I ain't mad about it like at all. So I just like talk. And again, we got betting going on as Streamlabs letting y'all know there. You can bet on who you think will win the game, Ravens or Chargers. And of course, we also have a poll running right now. Who do you think will win the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Of course, Daniels, Bo Nix, Brock Bowers, Drake May are the leading candidates. But of course, you can vote for other as well. I wish I could run multiple polls. I want to test something here. I changed the command a little to see if it would work. So actually the other it didn't do the picture, but it did the and it didn't do the sound effect, but it like did at least like the little alert on it, so that's kind of cool. You can redeem 10,000 loyalty points to make me do squat. But I convinced my girlfriend to go upgrade her phone the other day as well. So she upgraded to the new Galaxy S24, and she was gonna get the regular one. I was like, you do use your phone for a lot of stuff. I was like, why not go with the Ultra version? And I was like, the camera's like supposed to be like 4 times stronger, like yada yada yada, and it's a little big, but she does slightly love it. And it was funny. She was like, I hate like my icons and this and that. And I was like, well, that's the beauty of an Android. You can change it to anything. Like it's so personalizable, so customizable, you know. Hey, so I did the squat for Azo. I did it, man. There is a cooldown on the squat as well. I'm not dumb. 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 11-yard line. Handoff to Henry going right side off the right guard. And pretty good gain there. Got about 5 yards on it. Azo said, bro, that's 23 is so good. I want the 24 Ultra, but and she got and like, man, dude, the pen, the art stuff that's included, like, she loves drawing and like the crazy amount of art stuff you can do with the stylus. It has the live translating feature, so you can like do the live translation talking to people. Like, I told her, I was like, you will absolutely love it, and it'll help you with your job as well. So, what up, John Jay? 2nd and 5. Lamar looking left, and ball a little high for his wide receiver. That's Zay Flowers. Zay had the space. Throw was on time, but Just a little too high for Zay. Ball sailed on Lamar a little bit there. Azo said, I want the big screen so bad. Yeah, dude, it's a little big. We got to still find her a cute case because, there's no, good girl cases they had. So we got to get her a better case. But we got a temporary one and yada, yada, yada. And it was actually a pretty good deal. I just didn't like how they do the phone trade. Lamar going deep down the right, and his receiver got tackled on the play. They're saying no flags on the play, but Deontay Johnson, the intended wide receiver, tar heap steal in coverage. One of the guys I was looking in the draft. And, of course, no Cam Hart tonight, being outstanding play from the rookie. And that's actually, I think, a good no call. I'm not going to lie. That's a good no call. But Tar Heap's still actually one of the guys that I was looking in my draft process, like for one of my last corners of the draft. And good punt by Stout. Going to get a returner. Oh, makes 2 Ravens miss. Makes another 3, 4. And finally tackled, spun down at the 36-yard line. 19-yard return for Davis. Yeah, of course, LA Chargers lost Brendan Rice, related, of course, to Jerry Rice, IR. Junior Colson, they drafted him 3rd round, linebacker from Michigan, was really going to help run that defense, of course, because a lot of the defensive or staff came from Michigan. Asante Samuel Jr. was going to really get to move back to his slot position where he succeeded. He's on IR. We talked about Hayden Hurst is out. McConkey was questionable. He is playing. Denzel Perryman, the linebacker, out for this game. Cam Hart out for this game as well. And Kimani Vidal, the running back, also out for the game. How do I scout for mock drafts? I don't like to be influenced by too much. I have a weird philosophy when it comes to drafts. I don't like to be too influenced by outside perspectives too much. So I don't listen to a lot of people what's going on and early in the process. I like to almost just wait until the combine, I should say, in pro days. I like the combine for certain reasons. The combine doesn't tell you everything, but like I talked about, like how I found Jalen Coker. Jalen Coker was not a guy that I found through any numbers at the combine, any film. I watched him competing out there against his fellow draft class, and he wanted it more. He responded better to the coaching than other players did that were there. He showed a certain mindset. I liked what I saw in his route running. So after that, I find a lot of guys in the combine based upon almost just hunches. It's watching them, watching body language. And then from there, I start, I'm sorry, but if a wide receiver runs a 5.0, they're off my board. I do have certain cutoffs. Now, like for case in point, for a wide receiver, generally my cutoff for a speed of a wide receiver on the 40-yard dash is a 4.7. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that numbers, but if you run slower than a 4.7, it's going to be hard in the NFL for you. But of course, you have to watch that 40. Was that 40? Was there something with it? Is it a super tall guy? Is it fixable? Did he stumble? Like what was, But so every position has... And like we know, 4.2 wide receivers generally don't translate well. So from there, then I start diving into numbers like on PFF. And then from there, I scope it down further. And that's when I go watch film. The final step before my draft special is film study. And then, of course, while I'm putting together, trying to find guys from 3 to 7, like this last draft special, I really tried to focus on, I had too many guys in 2023 that were 3rd-round picks. So I tried to find guys throughout the draft a little better, which we did find a little more success in. But, there's so many guys in this draft I loved in this draft. This was a deep draft for some positions. All right, sorry. 1:25 left on the clock, first quarter, 2nd and 7 here. Chargers looking to continue this lead. Handoff going up the middle. That's Dobbins. Finds a little room, and that's going to be a gain. It looks like maybe 3 or 4 yards. Got the S23 for free when I added a line to T-Mobile. They pay monthly for it, and I'm considering upgrading to Ultra, but then I'll have to pay it. Yep. See, like, so what Verizon was doing is depending on the plan you signed with in the future, depending on how much they give you for your phone. So the same phone, which no matter what has a flat value, they inflate as long as they can squeeze more out of you monthly plan-wise. Which I was like, that's garbage. But the rest of their deals actually were pretty good, you know. Like case in point, we get Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu, all that kind of like stuff for free with the package essentially for the phone and all that. So it works out to be actually a pretty good deal, like getting Hulu for free. Disney Plus for free. And if you think about like how much you would pay for those memberships, or if you already were essentially and already a part of your phone plan and like kind of taking it off, it, like I said, it really does start to actually catch up a little bit. I like the ESPN Plus so I can read the articles basically, especially in the off season. Like whenever I'm going hard, I've got an ESPN Plus membership. Eventually I've got the PFF Plus membership. Like I'm trying to find, I only start reading other people's opinions on people when it comes to the draft once I've already got a couple guys in mind. Then I'll start reading through like different scout notes. Like I'll use NFL Draft Buzz for one, PFF for another, ESPN, CBS, Fox has got, like, I will go through almost every source I can find basically to find scouting notes, opinions, like. And then, of course, like there's a bunch of other physical measurables that are harder to get a hold of, like case in point, arm length, stuff like that. Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, plus a free movie. That's pretty cool, actually, the movie thing. Like, I finally saw the Deadpool Wolverine movie because they added it to Disney Plus earlier or last month, I think. So I finally watched it. I think there's another movie actually out in theaters, though, that I want to see really bad. I know Gladiator, I think, is getting ready to come out. I'm kind of iffy on the Gladiator movie right now, to be 100% honest with you. Oh, we might lose this game, guys. I'm going to be honest to you. I know that might be uncomfortable for Raven fans to hear. But I'm starting to feel like this is going to be a Cincinnati type of game where to win this game, Lamar is going to have to play a perfect game. Now, we already saw some kind of throws that were off a little bit, but Lamar does have a tendency to kind of be like that, kind of like takes a little longer to warm up and get into his flow. We all know how that goes. Yeah, exactly, Azo. Gladiator did not really need a sequel. Like, there's so many. Like, we could have done we could have just done so much more. Like, but writers suck, man. What I would give just like one chance, like have a chance to like be a writer, come up with like ideas, get together like a team to actually like build together like a plot and just script for a movie. Steve-O, really? You want to see Red One, bro? I can't do it, man. I saw it and I immediately made fun of it. Like, it might be good. I'm not going to discredit it. I'll never knock anything till I've seen it, All right. Start of the second quarter here. Chargers on Ravens side of the field. Play action. And no pass rush here. Dobbins catches it, makes the first man miss, and Harrison gets the tackle. And Dobbins talking a little smack to Marlon. I think Marlon's telling him it's all right. Like the ref ran over to like split Dobbins away from Marlon. And I think the ref, Marlon was telling the ref, it's all right. It's all right. If Juba isn't in the sequel, then I want nothing to do with it because they straight up set him up for a sequel. I'm going to watch Red One with my family. But exactly, like family movie style, absolutely. Like, it'll probably be a decent movie, but it's just one of those ones where I'm like, it seems so cliche, so just forced a little bit, but at the same time, the movie business is still recovering not only from COVID, but also the writer's strike. So, you know, for those that don't know, I grew up going to the movies. I love the movies. I legitimately I've always been a huge movie fan. I can never tell you any people's names, but I love the movies. I vividly remember it. And as I've gotten older, I've become more of a critic of movies in a sense as well. Not us. Not us. It's the actual OBS reconnected success. OBS says it reconnected, but I still just doesn't say I have internet. I don't know if I'm live again or not. Even, I mean, it says I am. Everything's starting to load again. I guess it's back. I guess there was just a blip. Sorry about that, guys, but I disappeared for a minute. Says I'm still live. Let's see. Can I refresh that? I can't. Live chat. But I got a quick DNS error, so my bad. 2nd and 7. Blitz coming here from the Ravens. Herbert got a man on the right side, and tight coverage from Nate Wiggins, and that was Quentin Johnson. Had a chance on it, but unable to come up with it. Let's see. Yeah, agreed, Steve-O. Not a lot of good movies coming out. My bartender's a Green Bay fan, and we had to make some bet. Just start your stream on Friday and start the game, and we will just keep playing. I know, right? I know. I've been MIA for a little bit lately. We had neck issues for a while, and then we had some work stuff come up this past weekend. Third instead of last week, I should say. And quick little out pass. Dobbins takes a shot from Chris Board. Dobbins looking for a flag, maybe looking at the quarterback. And 4th and 7 here. And here comes Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the Chargers. Dobbins has to catch that more over the shoulder style. That's a tough catch, though. The game, it could be a 10-point Charger lead here. Dicker's about to try a 42-yard attempt. Kick dead to middle. That's a great kick. And that's now a 10-0 lead here as the offensive struggles and defensive struggles continue tonight for the Baltimore Ravens. 11:26 in the second. That one might close it. So yeah. I mean, sorry, I just was talking to the girlfriend for a moment. She looked at me and she's like, "Do we have enough Crown?" And I was like, she was like, "Are you trying to drink?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Not really." And then she's like, "Actually, Thanksgiving's coming up too." And I was like, "Yeah, it is," so she's gonna have time off. So she's about to go get us a bottle of Crown. So talk about true love, right? Shout out to Philadelphia beating the Rams. I know, right? I have Herbert, but already won. I know. I actually need to look at my sleeper league, to be honest with you. I haven't been paying attention. I am trying to make both of my teams at one point were like what 3-6, I think, something like that, 2-6, and I'm trying to climb back into the playoffs. One of my teams is like one game away, but on the other side of the bracket, dude, it's like impossible for me. I'd have to win out and get some help, basically. Oh man, I'm already defrosting. I've got a like 16-pound turkey defrosting already in the refrigerator. I'm gonna season that baby up nice and good. Get some butter sticks up underneath that skin, and me and my girlfriend, we've been together for 8 years. I've cooked Thanksgiving dinner every single year for 8 years straight. We're gonna continue that, and it's always just me and her, nobody else. So I always make way too much food, and we eat leftovers for like 3 or 4 days straight until they're not good no more. And Ravens just going to take a knee in the end zone here, so bring it out to the 30. Yeah, let me see. I got a butterball turkey defrosting right now. I've got some Bob Evans mac and cheese and mashed potatoes for the girlfriend. I've got bacon fat green beans or bacon fat collards that I'm gonna make. I might make both. What else do I have? I've got some sweet potato casserole, of course, some stuffing. I'm going to make some cornbread stuffing. I've got regular cornbread. I've got Texas Roadhouse now sells their rolls with the butter sauce in Walmart, by the way. So I've got a whole rack of Texas Roadhouse rolls for Thanksgiving as well. I've got some pies to make. I've got some pudding to make. Usually I make my famous pudding pie. Henry got some room and got a first down, still running. Takes 3 Chargers with him, and he's just short of the 50 after a strong run off the right side of the Ravens line. Yeah, what I do with my pudding pie, we'll talk about pudding pie when we get to commercial. We'll talk about food. We got football. Aza, I trust no person that can eat oh my God, dude. I used to hate collards and turnip greens, bro. But if Simply Southern is still open down in Myrtle, Azo, go get Simply Southern. I got 2. We'll talk about food in a minute here. Hold on. 1st and 10 again. Ball on the 49-yard line. Strong eye here. Run going left side for the Ravens. And Henry again, strong running, carrying Chargers with him. And another first down gain. Run the ball. Just keep handing it to him. Hey, that's dope. A $25 gift card for a Butterball can basically buy you a Butterball turkey, if I'm not mistaken. Because I'm pretty sure it's less than a dollar a pound, so you can get a good-sized Butterball for that, honestly. And Butterball turkeys are damn good. Hand off to Justice Hill this time, and still good running off left side. And that's good you got to run with Justice Hill early, so if you put him in for passing downs later, that it's not too one-sided. Oh, Steve-O, I like eggnog, man. Pigs in blanket, I don't love, I don't hate, but eggnog, but Fireball, I'm from the South, and Fireball's garbage. If a girl's like, I like Fireball, I'm like, oh, you're crazy. I'm joking. Please don't hate me, all the Southern girls that I just stereotyped. Little play action right, looking back left, deep shot. And, Bateman had it. Very tight coverage. Really could have been a flag, but no flags. And Bateman, contested catch, drops it. Don't blame him too much for that one, though. Let's watch this. Little inside release, runs by the corner. He's got the safety one-on-one. Gets by the safety, but safety able to get his arm in there as he's catching it. Little bit of an arm bar going on, but that's fair game for me. That's good fighting back and forth. Oh yeah, spiral honey hams. If you ain't had a honey baked spiral cut ham, they are damn good. Lamar buying time, rolling out right. Going Mark Andrews, and he almost dropped that ball, but he was able to bring it in. And that's a first down at the 16-yard line. Oh, I'm a big cranberry person, but I'm weird. Cranberries is one of the few things I really like artificial jelly in a can, not actual cranberries. Like that jelly in a can cranberries. Oh my God. And of course, in my family, I'm the only person that likes cranberries. So growing up at Thanksgiving, I would sometimes like get my mom to buy a can of cranberries, and I'd bring it just for me. It's like my little dessert because I never really liked a lot of the pies growing up. Henry, good strong run on the left side as the Ravens continue to run the ball left. 8:30 on the clock. And great cutback by Henry, honestly, on the play. Azo said, nope, never. I cannot eat, look at, or smell collards. It looks, smells, and tastes like someone scooped up whatever was at the bottom of a swamp. Now, I'm telling you, all right, you add some bacon fat to it, and then, honestly, a hot vinaigrette, like a spicy vinaigrette, is game-changing for him. I'm telling you. I'm not actually a big vinegar guy. Oh, and Henry's in, but we've got a flag on the play. And David, that's what actually I used to buy for my employees at Delta. My boss would give me money, or he would purchase them, and I would go pick up a spiral cut honey baked ham from Honey Baked or whatever they're called that sell like nothing but the hams. Yeah, 18. Yep. When I was a manager in Arkansas, I picked up the ham, but my employer didn't get anything else. So I got up super early, like 5 in the morning that morning, before I went to work at the airlines, and I sat there and made all the sides myself, and I brought everything in for my employees, so my employees could basically have a Thanksgiving dinner and lunch, basically, because we had to work too. First and goal, little T formation here. Jackson going to keep it, and to the outside, and he's in. Walks in, and touchdown, Ravens. And like we were talking about, if the Ravens are going to win this game, Lamar's going to have to play a perfect one, and that's just a little probably like QB option, power, I don't know. But just a little T formation in the backfield. Split bone, T-bone, whatever you want to call it. Basically 3 halfbacks in the backfield with Lamar. So you can run it either way, power and option. You can work jet sweeps into that. A lot you can do there. And Derrick Henry had a really good drive there. Hopefully we can continue that. But all right. So there's a place, an all-you-can-eat Southern restaurant in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina called Simply Southern. It's near Broadway at the beach. Damn good food. Damn good food. One of my favorite Southern dishes is chicken bog. And again, when you make the chicken bog, though, when you use your sausage, choose a spicy sausage. A sausage that's got a little spice to it. It'll bring more to your rice when you cook it all. Like, it's great. But when you make collards, bacon fat's really important to make them collards like a depth of flavor. Get rid of some of that earthiness. But I don't like vinaigrette. Like, I'm not even like a salt and vinegar chip type of guy. Never been a big vinaigrette guy. But at Simply Southern, they have a hot vinaigrette. Like, it's like vinaigrette with like red pepper flakes and stuff. It brings a spiciness to the vinegar. And it goes best on the collards. Some old man told it to me. And I was like, you know what? I mean, I'll try anything at least one time. And the collards didn't have they were good, but not great. Not a lot of bacon fat flavor, but just good collards. Well cooked. But spicy vinaigrette on good collards, oh my God, I'm telling you, that is next level shit. And if you're ever at Walmart, let me give you, there is only one brand of collards I buy from Walmart. And sometimes they'll have it at Publix. So you go down the canned vegetable aisle. Hear me out. Just hear me out, man. And Azo, they make green beans too. They got bacon fat green beans. If you like bacon fat green beans, same brand here. There's a brand, they're called Glory. They have carrots, green beans, collards, and turnips. They also have a mixed greens, green beans, a couple things. So they have a honey glazed carrots. The honey glazed carrots are pretty good. But here's the thing. You have to read the label. Their collards and green beans that have the bacon fat is the Glory Southern collards. So sometimes they'll have regular collard greens and then the Southern collard greens. Get the Southern ones. Now, let me warn you. The Southern green beans with bacon fat, great. I think they have a green bean and potato, garbage, trash. Don't ever buy it. It's not the Southern. You got to make sure you get the Southern ones of it. And again, honey glazed carrots are actually pretty good too. Glory brand. I would let them sponsor me. Them collard and green beans are so good. Like, so good. You don't like bacon fat green beans? Come on, man. Chris Berman, come on, man. Oh, love me some. Love me some. And I hated it growing up. I hate green beans. I loved growing up. Actually, I used to love butter beans. I guess they're lima beans. Is that what they're called technically? But we call them butter beans growing up. Because you just serve them, put some butter on them, and good to go, right? I might have to get some butter beans again, like nostalgia. Steve-O says, Broncos, Cowboys, and Ravens, my best options for Survivor next week. 4 or less of us left for 400. Dang. Dang. That's rough. I don't know the matchups yet, but I'll make sure to look into those 3 for you, Steve-O, before next week. Actually, I'll make a sticky note of it so I don't forget real quick. Broncos, Cowboys, Ravens, Survivor, Steve-O. Got a sticky note of it. Let me put it with my sticky notes. I actually, man, I'm a little nervous. As we're waiting for this to come back, I took a big step today. I contacted a business advisor that I met at Florida Gulf Coast University that semester I attended. That runs a few businesses in the area. She's not a professor. She's basically the advisor they bring in because she not only owns several businesses in the area, but she's like very influential with other business owners as well. And I contacted her today about trying to open up some businesses here in my area. So fingers crossed. She really liked my last idea. There was a contest called the Runway Program where we could compete to try to earn like investment money, but it turns out it was like nothing, like $2,000, I think. And I was like, yeah, that's not enough for what I had planned. She really liked my idea, wanted to go forward with it, but I knew there wasn't like the real chance of it. Most likely taken. I just got some eggnog and crack. Oh, Kraken used to be my shit. Handoff going right here for the Chargers and nowhere. Ravens tackle him at the line of scrimmage. 6:25 and ticking here. Yeah, Kraken used to be my shit growing up, man. Like, oh. Crown's my go-to. Crown's just, it's so mellow compared to things like Jack Daniels. It's smooth. It gets me in a good like headspace for like my buzz. I grew up in the South. If you had made me choose between Jack and Crown every day, go Canada. Sorry, Tennessee. And Herbert, pressured by Matabike, climbs the pocket. And unfortunately, he found, is that Dissif? Another tight end. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 here. What's crack-a-lackin'? Yeah, David's a tequila, man. I respect the shit out of that. Like, my girlfriend used to be a tequila person, like, but it's because she never ordered her drinks. Like, they just would always buy her drinks, and they got her tequila. Jameson, I've actually never drank that much Jameson. Oh, and Ravens make a huge stop. Van Noy and Harrison in the backfield, but we've got a flag on the play. Azo said, I'm a whiskey guy, but I just get a bottle of rum. Yeah, I like rum. I like whiskey. I'm really not a big vodka guy, to be honest with you. I've really never liked vodka that much. And that's holding on the Chargers, so back them on up, or they're just not going to decline. Yep, they're going to decline it, so 4th down here. And they're going to go for it, I think, here. Oh, they did accept the penalty, actually. So 3rd and 11 here for the Ravens. Showing man coverage here from the Ravens. It is over the middle and catch, but short as Board is there on the tackle. I believe that was McConkey with the catch. You know, I didn't know I liked Hennessy until I was at a concert in downtown Nashville. I went to go see Bass Nectar, G. Jones, and Tipper. Downtown Nashville on New Year's Eve. And right as they opened the line, someone broke a bottle and basically took a swig and then started passing it. Me being tall, after the dude was like, woo, broke the bottle, took a swig. He's like, who wants it? And me being just tall and this guy being tall, we made dead eye contact, like locked our eyes. Oh, good punt here from the Chargers down at what looks like maybe the 7. And he was like, this guy wants it. And I was like, oh shit, peer pressure. Oh shit, I can't turn down. I was like, yeah. And I took the bottle. I didn't know what it was at first, honestly. No clue. I just took a swig and passed it. And then I was like, damn, that was actually, I'm not a shot person. I don't like drinking liquor straight. I will mix my shit every time. And I was like, damn, that was actually really good. Like, I asked my boy later, I was like, what did I drink when the line broke? He was like, bro, I couldn't believe you did that. Like, and I was like, I know, man, I know. At least I was only the second person on the bottle. Oh, wild times, my man. Like, there is legit probably video of me somewhere because it was crazy. They had just like the NFL they have the cameras like on those lines so they can run them around and move them. We could hear the people doing like the broadcast because they do like the their own ball drop in Nashville for Central Time, and so we could hear them talking about us. We were outside the NHL Predator, the Nashville Predator Arena is where the concert was at. So like we could hear them talking about us, talking to us, like showing us live on the broadcast, the cameras flying around on the wires above us. Like it was absolutely wild. Like, so there's probably like video of me out there somewhere like that. Azo said, proper number 12. What was it? I don't know. I got this. I feel you on that, Azo. I am starving. I'm so ready to eat tonight after the game's over. Lamar, 2 of 6 for 18 yards, 33 point. Herbert, 11 of 15 for 101 yards right now. Derrick Henry, though, 6 rushes for 57 yards with a long of 19. J.K., 6 carries for 40 yards. Gus Edwards, 6 carries, 19 yards. Not a bad game right now. I'm going to close. Check it on Sleeper, see how I'm doing. And here comes the Ravens. 3:54 on the clock. So 4-minute drill here to try to score. Handoff to Henry on right side. Cuts back up the middle. And that's a gain of maybe about 5-6 yards. Oh, I am down. I was predicted to win this game. Huge. What happened? Jordan Addison went off for 32 points. That's what happened. Hawkinson for 25. Man, I really can't. Oh, I didn't play a defense. Oh, it would have been 5 points, though. It wouldn't have been enough. All right, it's not over yet. Handoff up the middle. Not much. God, come on. Come on. God, I've got like no chance on that one. Surprising though is that's the team I'm not worried about though. It's dang, I crushed CarCast. Jones 20, Joanna Smith 32. Dang, Joanna Smith went off for 32. Cameron Sutton for 29. Let's go. And I'm still gaining points. Kevin Bird got me 13 points. Like, whew, what a game. So I won on that one. I'm going to move to 5 and 7 after that. So I'm coming. I'm coming, man, in that league. I'm going to make that comeback and make the playoffs. I can feel it. 4th and 1 here. Ravens, they're moving to a shotgun set. Looks like they're trying to get them to jump offside. And 2-minute warning coming. Ravens try to get him to... Oh my God, that had so much crown in it. Why was there so much crown in that sip? Ooh, everything went dark for a minute. Oh, come on, Ravens. 2 minutes. We got this. At least tie the game. That's all I'm looking for, really. Wonder how I'm doing in the ESPN leagues. Trying to get my other poll started. But Streamlabs be acting funky. Let's see. Who should win Defensive Rookie of the Year? That'll be our next one. You can vote using exclamation point vote. We've got Kenyon Mitchell, Jared Verse, Cooper DeJean. So Eagles have 2 guys that are favorites for our Defensive Rookie of the Year. You've also got Chop Robinson down in Miami. And, of course, Malik Mustafa, one of the sneak candidates, actually playing good football over there for the 49ers. Whew, I might have to go add some Coke to that or something. That is killing me right now. I'm actually going to go do that while we're on commercial. 1 second, guys. Be right back. Oh, and they go for it on 4th and 1 on their own side of the field in their own 20 with Mark Andrews. They got it, though. Big risk. Like they said, Lamar going to keep it. And, oh, no, we're going to lose a yard or 2. And I hate to be this person. Not a good time to call or run. And Dobbins is heading to the locker room a little bit early here. And really shouldn't have ran that time, I feel like. Lamar looking right, going over the middle. That's Hill and tackled just a yard short of the first down. So 3rd and short. Joey's message retracted. 3rd and 2 officially. Lamar looks right, looks left, going back over the middle. Zay's got it. Oh, he's still going. The 40, 35, And out of bounds at the 31-yard line with some good yak. 20, what'd they say, 2-yard gain, I believe? Sits down in the zone like, look at Lamar's out there. Lamar's out there about to throw a lead block for Zay 20 yards downfield. That is wild. That is effort, bro. 37 seconds. Ball on the 48 of the Ravens, so just short of 50. Lamar making an adjustment at the line of scrimmage. Trips right. Andrews staying in to block mostly. Lamar deep left, and Bateman was wide open. And we've got a late flag on the play. Bateman wide open. Lamar's throw high, just like the one earlier for Zay. Same spot. And we've got pass interference, though, on the defense. And Charger was already hitting my chest saying, my bad. That's Christian Fulton. Let's watch here. Oh, yeah, Bateman just little like jump cut to get by him, and Bolton just grabs him. Bolton was sitting on the short. Bateman was running a little past it, basically doing that comeback, like a 13-yard comeback. Shouldn't say 13. Basically, you run like 2 or 3 yards past the line to gain, and then cut back 45 degrees towards the side or the line of scrimmage. And oh my God, Bateman through intense contact. And we've got a touchdown. A deep shot by Lamar. There's pass interference by the defense, but it doesn't even matter. As Bateman says, look at this. Christian Fulton, again, all over Bateman here on the play. And unable to locate the ball. Bateman fights through the contact, comes back and catches this ball. That's a 40-yard touchdown throw by Lamar Jackson to Bateman. And that's just like a little go, essentially. Start working. You worked from inside leverage to outside, working towards the goalpost. Or, can't even think of it right now. But Tucker going to make this a 14-10 game with 24 seconds left before the halftime. 1-score game, Ravens advantage. Let's go. You gotta love, too, my girlfriend trying to be like cute and not interrupt me on the stream wrote me. She's got such neat penmanship. My penmanship is so ugly. Lamar, 19th straight game with a passing touchdown. Team's longest streak. I'm glad he owns. Lamar's going to own every single record for the Ravens, basically, by the time his career is done. He's going to go down in Baltimore history. And so many people said Bateman's washed. And just comes out there and what a catch. Like, he's making them look bad right now. Oops, I dropped my ball. I cannot believe the Cowboys won this week. I bet you a lot of people lost money on that game, to be honest with you. And poor Sanders in Colorado, that shot by Kansas. Kansas played so dirty in that game, like so dirty. And Baltimore going to take a timeout. Honestly, I love the timeout there, Harbaugh. You've got all three. You should never end the half with all your timeouts and just buy your defense time. Make sure you're really on all the same page here. Great timeout, Harbaugh. Great timeout. And I know Chargers want to win this so bad, like send a message to the Ravens, basically. A little play action here. Max protect. Herbert climb in the pocket. He's going to run for the first down, and he's out of bounds 2 yards short with 17 seconds left. They're trying to probably get in field goal range. Dobbins questionable with a knee injury. So they're going to check Dobbins out, but questionable to return with a knee injury. 2nd and 12 here. Chargers probably trying to get into field goal range. Herbert going deep down the right sideline and overshoots his guy a little bit. Going for number 5. His guy had the half-step lead here. Just got to give him a little bit better ball. Our Darius Washington, the man in coverage, it looks like. And that's a good move by number 5 to get the leverage. And man, they had a chance there, man. And again, use the timeout, Harbaugh. Use the timeout. Easily looks like cover 3 here, possibly prevent defense from the Ravens. Looks like they're only going to rush 3 on this. They do. One's basically playing QB spy, though. And sideline shot here, and it's a catch. So with 7 seconds left, Chargers have a fresh set of downs, and I think that ball's around the 50-yard line. And that's a great catch. And Dicker had a 59-yarder, as they're saying earlier this year. That's his career long at week 7. They're trying to get him in range. And again, Harbaugh, you used one timeout already. Go ahead and you feel free to use that. Use your other ones, man. There you go. Thank you, Harbaugh. Thank you. Timeout Ravens. Thank you, Harbaugh. Thank you. You already had one bad miscommunication. You should have never had that. There should have never been that easy of a shot to that wide receiver deep. Ohio strikes. I have Derrick Henry on my fantasy team. He's having not a bad first half, honestly. Could be a little better, but not a bad first half. I know you probably want a touchdown from him, honestly, though, to go with those yards that he has already. Because he didn't have it earlier, right? I could be crazy. I'm not. I know I've won one game. I lost one game, and I haven't checked on my ESPN games yet. I was gonna say, what did I do with my phone? And they've got a pass over the middle, caught, and it's down at the 35. And they got the timeout. And oh no, that's definitely in the range of Dicker. It still won't get them the lead, but bring it to a 1-point game. Let's watch here. Man coverage, and he's got the leverage he needs. Nate Wiggins unable to get there. And Harrison and Travis Jones almost got a hand on it. Nate Wiggins tried to get his hand on it, and they're on the ball. And here comes Cameron Dicker, 12 of 16 from 50 plus. This one from 52 yards, right in the middle of the field too. And Ravens going to use a timeout and try to ice the kicker. That was a great call, honestly. He needs to get 15 for you to win. What's he got, like 5 or 6 points right now, I think? Hey, let's go. I won one of my ESPN leagues, and I won the other. Oh, no, I got crushed in the other league. Oh, no. Oh, no. Rough. 1, 2, lost 2 out of my 4 fantasy leagues I play in. Yeah, normally we do a fantasy football show every Thursday at 5 p.m., talk fantasy football. Set our lineups across all the 4 different teams we're running this year, as well as, field questions and help other people do lineups. Here we go, though. 52-yard kick from Dicker. And right in the dick. Easily had more on that. Probably had him from 55 easy. And with that, it's going to be 14-13, a 1-point game. Not one score, 1-point game. Most of my teams are about 4-7 right now, but I'm pushing for the playoffs in 2 of my leagues with 2 of my teams. I'm trying to make that comeback. I usually start slow. I will admit, on a lot of my leagues, what really hurt me this year is I drafted Jonathan Brooks pretty early in some of my leagues, expecting him to come back week 4. And the fact that he didn't come back till like week 10, basically, week 11, really was a gut punch for some of my teams. You know, my dad, and see, some of my leagues I took, in some of my ESPN leagues, I uncharacteristically took a bunch of Ravens. I normally, I don't take Ravens in fantasy other than Lamar. Lamar is one of the few quarterbacks I'll draft pretty high, like 3rd, maybe 4th round. Everything depends on how your draft board falls. You know what I mean? Like, it's all very dependent on that, essentially. Sorry, I thought I heard my dog barking for a minute. What a throw to Bateman, man. I just can't get over how good of a fucking throw that was. Like, you gotta love their broadcasting who the Manny cast is gonna have on and God. My brother has Pacheco. Nice. What's funny is I told people before this season started, I tweeted out, I basically was talking about Tyrone Tracy, Jr., the running back out of New York. And I basically compared him to Isaiah Pacheco. And I said, hey, man, this kid's a young Pacheco. He runs like he's angry at the ground. And you can ask if Sponge is still here. I told Sponge at the very beginning of this year, I told him guys like, Bucky Irving were going to take starting jobs. Chase Brown was going to take a starting job. Tyrone Tracy was going to take the starting job on their teams. And my God, has it just been everything I said coming to fruition in a sense. Yeah, he was hurt earlier in the season. They brought in Kareem Hunt. Oh, I can't wait to eat later. Oh, I'm getting back. I keep joking. I'm getting back into football shape myself. I've put on 10 pounds of muscle in the past like month or two, basically. I've been working out, but I was basically like starving myself. I was eating like under 1,400 calories under what I needed just to maintain my current size. And I've been eating a little better, a little healthier. Just focusing more though on just getting calories in me because I can feel the calorie deficit. And like I said, I'm up 10 pounds now. I almost have the same measurements as Isaiah Likely and Kyle Van Noy. I'm an inch shorter. I'm 6'3", not 6'4", like them. But currently 6'3", 235. And like arm measurement, hand size, all of that stuff, like about identical to them. I wear like a size 14 shoe now. I'm getting big, man. And back when I played semi-pro football, I walked on to the semi-pro team with no lifting, I was doing no conditioning. All I was doing was working at the airlines, and ran a 4.7 flat. And I really want to go run a 40 too, and just see what my 40 is. Later, Ohio. Have a good one, my boy. They're showing all the nonprofits that these people are running. Demo, Tucker Kraft, Christian Gonzalez in this commercial. This year, more than 1,000 NFL players have joined My Cause, My Cleats, supporting hundreds of causes nationwide. Everything from sickle cell to anemia to suicide and depression. Good to see. Good to see. Man, if Dobbins is a no-go for the Chargers, that would be a big hit, honestly, for them if he can't return. It looks like he wanted to return, but they were taping up his knee pretty hard, and like I said, they took him into the locker room early. Well, Lamar is 19-5 all time in prime time starts. Wow, that's almost as good as his NFC record. Like, we got Chris Berman, the fastest 3 minutes. It was wild. It was crazy. In fact, it was hilarious. See for yourself. Let's see here. We got Lions taking on the Colts. Lions win 24-6. Gibbs 21 rushes for 90 yards. Man, Carolina. God, I wish they would have beat the Chiefs. Like, it's a different team in Carolina right now. Mahomes made magic happen on that. Look at all the Mike Ditka Bear guys. This was a crazy game. The block field goal. What the hell's going on out here? They recovered an onside kick. And I can't believe it. The Bears lost on a missed field goal, basically. Oh, the Dallas game. Dallas fucking Washington game was. Look at that spin move by Turbin, bro. Bro, with a kick return. I saw the Terry McLaurin. Here it is. The Terry McLaurin long touchdown. I've got Terry McLaurin in a lot of my fantasy leagues, honestly. And there's the Seibert missed field goal. What the hell's going on out here? Oh, yeah, and the onside kick return for a touchdown by the Cowboys. Just wild. Like, what a wild week in the NFL this was. And then, yeah, Tennessee beating the Houston Texans. Like, God, and then Texans missing the field goal. I love they keep showing Lombardi. What the hell's going on out here? Yeah, poor Green Bay 49ers. Like, I mean, when Brock Purdy was going to be in that game, and who else was out for that game? They had Purdy and someone else out, Bosa. Like, Nick's looking real good for the Broncos right now. Miami, I told everyone, man, if Tua comes back, everyone on Miami regains their value in fantasy, and it looks that way. Of course, Dan Jones, for those that don't know, so Dan Jones apparently on the Ravens' radar, but Malik Neighbors seems to be kind of upset about everything a little bit. Like, just, of course, the Giants lost, and he said afterwards, it's not the quarterback play. It's not the quarterback. Like, it's... So Giants might be looking like fools right now. We are officially 4 minutes, 50 seconds away from the start of the second half kickoff. We're trying to fill this time the best we can. I apologize. I know I'm running low on injury. Today was upper body, and your boy went hard. Like I said, I'm upping all my weight on everything too. I've almost got my bench press up to the combine weight. My goal is to be able to get my normal rep at the combine weight. Once I get to like 225, 250, I'll lay off increasing the weight and just work on just increasing the reps essentially. Then after that, man, my legs are starting to get massive again, which makes me very happy. It reminds me of like how my legs used to be when I was younger. I'm trying to work towards getting. I'll be honest. Ideally, I would love to have 8 plates on. 8 plates on the bar for my squat. I'm currently at 4. Well, I can rep 4 bars on the squat rack, 8 to 10 times 3 sets. So 10 reps for 3 sets pretty easily. I'm trying to work on throwing them 25s on there now. I was able to do like a sets of like 6 with the 25s on each side. So what's that? 90, 100, 115 on each side. So 230 plus bar, basically. But it's still like nothing compared to what I should be at. But then again, like 6, I'm not like an offensive lineman or nothing. But I have been able to hit my 44-inch box jump a good bit lately, so I actually did that not too long ago. We're up to 688 subscribers. Hey, it tracked it. I don't know who the new subscriber was, but I appreciate you. I'm sorry it didn't pop up and tell me. And I'm like even looking at my notifications, like, I know, tell me who the new followers are. Yeah, I love how it just does that. Like, I'll be trying, guys. I'll be trying here. I'm gonna walk off camera. I'll be right back. We're down to like the lowest view count I've seen in a minute. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to go say hi to the girlfriend. She's back, and probably refill my beverage a little bit. BRB. And we're back to start the third quarter. Oh, that's so good. So buttery. Chargers showing some pressure here. Lamar looks like he's going to check out it. Cool. Handoff going right side. Henry. And maybe about 2 yards on the play. Start the third quarter off. Sorry, I'm eating a Texas Roadhouse roll real quick. John Harbaugh saying, no guts, no glory, going for that fourth down on his own 16. 2nd and 7. Justice Hill, little motion, setting up a screen. And nowhere on that play. Going to lose yardage. Look at Deion Henley, one of my linebackers from last year's special. All right, I'm pretty sure I specialed on Henley last year. That was one of the guys that I liked, but I might go too high. That's the hard part about my draft special. There's so many guys that I actually really love. But I also don't want to have too many third rounders. If everyone goes in the third round, it's not that great of a draft because it's not realistic. Mark Andrews slips out of it and got a first down. Gain of looks like maybe 11 yards or so. 13, 25, and ticking. And that's what the story is. Mark Andrews has basically just been doing so much pass blocking this year. Handoff up the middle. Henry cuts back to the right guard, and that looks like a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards. Hi, Nani Boo. My dog just walked up. She's tiny, though, so I can't see her. Yeah, you're so sweet, baby. Handoff going left, and oh, the Chargers are all over it as Henry's going to lose yards on the play. 3rd and long now. Tui Tolopolotu, honestly, been playing really good football this year, too. Takes on Patrick Ricard and sheds him. That's a 300-pound heat, and Ricard loses that rep, honestly, to the young rookie. Yeah, 3rd and 10. 11:45. Ball on the 42-yard line. Lamar, deep drop here. Buying time, rolling out right. Going deep down the right sideline and got him, man. It's Zay. And catch is good. Toe tapper. And Lamar's starting to get warmed up. Gain of 25 yards on the play. What a catch by Zay. A little toe tap there. And good job by Zay adjusting his route. And I believe that was likely deep. Made sure not to come towards Zay to draw another defender. Play action. Lamar climbing the pocket. Going deep down the left side. And oh, too far for Zay and almost picked off by number 7. Is that Derwin James? And Lamar is saying something, I think, to the sideline. Yeah. Oh, that's Christian Fulton. Okay. Fulton checking out of the game here for the Chargers. They're playing super far off coverage. This is where you throw the screen, but Lamar going to keep it and nowhere, going to lose some yards. I don't know if that was a design quarterback run or if he just saw man and it backs to him and decided he could tuck it and keep it, but as he tries to climb the middle, he's going nowhere. Like they're showing here, Derwin James going to come off the blitz from the free safety spot over here. Justice Hill and Lamar just probably should have given Hill a chance to block that. And it goes down as a sack over the middle. Zay, and he's going to be short by about 4 yards. So 4th and 4, I would say. 10:05 on the clock. Is Stout coming out? Or are we close enough for a field goal? Yep, Tucker's coming out. I want to say it's that plant foot. That plant foot didn't look even. You got to plant better. And great kick here by Tucker. 45-yard attempt is good. Great job, Justin. And now it's 17-13. Baltimore now has a 4-point lead with 9:29 left here in the third. Oh, we got a new Star Wars adventure? Disney Plus? What's this? The Skeleton Crew? A bunch of kid actors. Are they trying to get these kids to grow up and be the future stars of Disney Star Wars? Is that what this is about? Like, why are there so many kids? I'll at least look into what, like, it's about, but I don't know about that one. Like, that looks like it's about to be another miss by Disney in the Star Wars franchise. I could be wrong. You know, I don't know anything. I don't know enough about the Star Wars universe, in my opinion, to make it that much of an educated opinion. Hi, Naughty Boo. What you doing? I know, I'm excited for dinner, too. Yeah, I'm excited for dinner, too. Yeah. Where's your toys? Why don't you get a toy? Yeah, why don't you get a toy? Go get a toy. There's a box of them over there. Just go get one. I'll play with you. Yeah. I know, you're looking at me wagging your... Oh, is it because Mom has food? Do you want dinner? Do you have dinner? I bet you don't. You probably are hungry. Do you want dinner? Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Let me go get my dog some dinner. I feel like she's hungry. My apologies. Grabbing my dog some dinner. She was just like giving me these weird looks. She's smelling her food bag now. And it looks like JK is coming back out. So probably a heavily taped up and injected knee. He probably wants... This is a revenge game for JK, honestly. You're welcome. Is he coming back? That's Gus in the backfield. So ball at the 30-yard line here as the Chargers get started in the second half. Looks like a run coming right. It's like a play action to nobody. Short pass right here to the fullback. And big hit by Malik Harrison and Darius Washington also there. Backup tight end technically. Derrick Henry, 12 carries for 69 yards so far. JK, 6 for 40. Yeah, he definitely flies to the football, tackles. He's got coverage issues, though, that's for sure. 2nd and 3 here. Strong I formation. Run going left to Edwards. And there's Harrison again in the backfield. Adisa Isaac there as well. And Harrison's getting pumped up for the second half. Let's watch here. Malik. Yep. Good job by Harrison. Finds the hole and explodes through it. 3rd and 5. Trips bunch right. McConkey motions out left out of it. Twin stack formation here. Herbert staring down left. Comes back to the right. Got a man. And that's number 5. Not quite sure on who that is receiver-wise. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that takes a big arm right there. He's past the left hash mark, throws it all the way back basically to the right sideline. Dangerous, and it takes a strong arm and a lot of separation. 15 of 20 for 147 yards so far. Herbert having a pretty good night. That's Haskins now. So no J.K. Dobbins in. So Haskins and Gus Edwards. The run game for the Chargers definitely not going to be the same without Dobbins. I mean, Herbert, 2nd in the NFL since 2020 in completion, yards, and touchdowns. That's pretty impressive, actually. Strong right here. Solo wide receiver left for the Chargers. On the 2nd and 7. This is probably a shotgun power. Yep. And Herbert escapes the pressure, and he's going to gain 4, maybe 5, but we got a flag on the play. Could be a hold. And it is on number 75 of the offense. That's former Bradley Bozeman, the former Raven, and that's going to back him up 10. 6:47 left here in the 3rd, so more than halfway through this quarter. Sorry, I dropped my ball. Now I overrolled it back. Second and 17, Ravens off coverage here. And, good throw by Herbert. Wiggins all over him in coverage, but great catch there. Gain of 9 yards, going to bring up, 3rd and 8? Yep, 3rd and 8. Jalen Reagor. Yep, that's just a comeback route right there. Third and 8. Trips bunch left. One wide receiver on the right side, bottom side of your screen here. Motion left. Herbert staring down. Wiggins blitzing. And he's got a wide open man in the middle of the field. That's McConkey. As the Ravens bring a corner back blitz and get burned on the play. And nobody with McConkey here. Yeah, this is just a zone coverage. Finds a hole in the zone and nothing. Good coverage. Good game by the Chargers. Ball now on the 33-yard line of the Ravens here. Little motion from Edwards. And going to run a slide and back to the line of scrimmage here. 2nd and 10. 4:50 left here in the third quarter. Chargers pushing on the edge of the red zone. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Ugh. Oh, technically a sack and a loss of 1. That's someone's gonna get a sack. That's not really a sack. Marlon blitzing on the place, trying to set up a screen and blowing up as the screen doesn't even get a chance. Marlon chasing down Herbert. Herbert's a bigger guy, honestly. Like looking at him stand next to Marlon Humphrey, that was a little surprising. Trips right. Let's see if Herbert goes there. Off coverage from the Ravens on that side. He's going there, but this one's just going to be more of a throwaway. I don't know if that was an overthrow or just a throwaway by him, to be 100% honest. Oh my gosh. Looking at my girlfriend, I dropped the ball and it rolled right in front of her. She was just staring at me. Cameron Dicker out here to make this a 1-point game again. This one from 52, same as before, but from the left hash mark. And, oh yeah, he's got it. 17-16, Ravens holding on to the lead by 1 point. This has been a damn good game, honestly, so far. Who's got it better than us? No one. Hit my pen, sorry. I don't hit it on the camera, though. Yeah, I bet NFL Sunday Ticket is reduced to $89. There's only a few games left. I feel like it should be lower than that, honestly. I mean, I guess that's appropriately priced for how many. And then if you got playoffs, you know. Oh, I know, Azo. I actually, with Arcane Season 2 coming out, I made the girlfriend catch up on Season 1, and we actually watched all of Season 2 together. And even she was like, that was great, like fantastic. Like everything about that season, both seasons were great. The only thing that kills me is I have to wait so long for the next, like, they said it's the finale, but they also said there's more to come. And, they definitely left a pretty open ending on it. Like, 2 really big post scenes there. So dude, I cannot wait. Oh, dude, Azo. Azo. Oh, it's so good, man. I'll definitely, like I said, let me know when you finish it, because, like, fucking great. Like I said, even Caitlin enjoyed it. And it's just funny because, her name's Caitlin, and, of course, Caitlin's in the show as well, so it was fun. I'm just sitting here playing with this ball. Bless you. Bless you. There, they're showing though John and Jim, Raiders and Eagles. First matchup, 2011. Of course, the Super Bowl in 2013. And yeah, Azo, they've confirmed, even though it's the final season. I have a if my guess instead of Arcane Legends, it will be the Arcane Wars. They mentioned in the show several times the ancient Rune Wars. Oh my God, Lamar just makes a man look stupid missing. Oh my God. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Ah, no, I dropped it again. Oh my God. What a cuts back just short. It's gonna bring a 3rd and 1. Yeah, but Azo, my prediction is that the next series will be called the Arcane Wars or something like that. Just because instead of the Rune Wars, it's Arcane, and I'm very interested to talk to you about some stuff later. They're gonna mark Jackson just short as Jackson keeps it for a quarterback keeper. Gonna be 4th and 1. Henry up the left guard, and he's still going. The 40, 35, he's still carrying people. And at the 35, 34-yard line goes out of bounds. Yeah, I was explaining to Azo, to the girlfriend, like, oh, that was just Piltover and Zond. We've got Sharima, the Void, Noxus, the Freljord. I don't know what if they're astral, like, Zeroth and Zoe and Aurelian Soul, or if they're like the more arcane, the Black Rose. There's a lot of different ways they can go. And I joked with her, I think the new TFT sets are kind of joking about, so like kind of hinting some of the directions they might go here in the future. Dude, there's one episode I can't wait for you to get to because it's going to open like, oh my God, dude. I already know how I would write some of the episodes in the future. Like, Azo, yeah, but I would like them to take the show to the parts around that have nothing to do with Piltover. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I want to see all the other places other than Piltover and Zon. And I think that's going to be the focus of the next ones, more so with like a small connection to the Piltover Zon. It's in, I think, in between 4 through 6, there might be something happening that, like, oh my God. The Book of Ruination? I actually have not. Is that a lore book for League of Legends? Ravens, 12 rushes, 3 passes on this drive so far. 1st and 19, pass here, and that's Tylan Wallace. And good catch, as he's just going to be about 3 or 4 yards short. So 2nd and short. 15-yard gain. Explains how the Shadow Islands were created. Is that like Callista and all them? 2nd and 4. Strong right here from the Ravens. Gonna run it left though. And nothing on the play. At the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 4. "30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And see, like, talk about, again, another area. I forgot about Ionia, too. Like, I know I'm still forgetting. That's the thing. There's so much lore to League of Legends, so many characters, so many directions they could go with the story. But it was a masterpiece. Supposedly everything was hand drawn. Jackson to Bateman, and he's going to be just short. 4th and short again, this time on the 24, 25-yard line. Yeah, supposedly the thing about, Hecker and Viego Thresh explains how they all became the way they are. Yeah, and of course, we're probably going to get Oriana's story. Yeah, I wonder about people like Annie, Mumu. There's so many ways it can go, man. Like, but the thing is, supposedly it was all hand drawn, and that's the reason it also took so long, which I could see that. And what was it? It was, I think, this season of Arcane Legends cost them $250 million. I think that's pretty cool. That the audiobook, every character has its own voice actor. That's dope. What I would give to be a voice actor in Arcane. I don't know who I'd be a good voice for character-wise, though. Wonder if the Ravens are going to go for this. Oh, man. I am tired, man. That workout kicked my ass today. Yeah, I agree, so I'm not going to rush Riot as long as they continue to deliver great product. Like, they put out an article, Riot. They talked about how they weren't sure how people were going to take the ending because almost no one really likes the endings to stuff. But I thought the ending was pretty good. I think most of the world and the internet completely glossed over and didn't even realize what they were talking about, which was one of the first things my girlfriends pointed out. In like the final or second to last episode, I'll be honest, Azo, there's a scene there that I just don't think needs to be in Arcane Legends, to be honest with you. I just think they should have kept that scene out. It wasn't needed. And you'll probably know exactly what scene I'm talking about when you see it, my guy. Like, I know. No spoilers. I know. Would absolutely never. I hate people that spoil. Yeah, I bet you've been having to stay off YouTube and everything. Like, you know what we should talk about? Kendrick Lamar dropped a new album. Mustard! Turn the TV off. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. Mustard! Honestly, I like the album so far. And Henry had it originally, and then he gets pushed back. They're going to award him the forward progress. First down, Ravens. I know a good RPG in the world of League of Legends probably would be a great game, to be honest with you. And we are officially in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Little screenplay to Flowers, and not a bad catch afterwards. Maybe a gain of 4. Oh yeah, full-fledged Skyrim killer would be amazing. Like, that would be like a really cool, like, somehow incorporate all the lore and having to travel to all the different like areas or realms essentially. Henry off the left side and got a first down and some. Ravens are down at the 10-yard line, so first and goal for the Ravens here, trying to take a commanding lead here. And like Azo, do you know how deep you could go because like multiverse style stuff essentially? So like, you know, handoff up the middle, Henry, and gets his legs taken out from under him. Going to be gained at just about 4 yards. 2nd and goal. Tarheeb still's trying, man. He's trying to tackle. You got to give credit to that guy, young rookie defensive back coming in there to tackle Derrick Henry. Henry now 18 rushes for 114 yards, 67 yards after contact, having a monster day today. Lamar looking left, buying time, rolling out to the left, and risky throw, batted down. 12:35 left, 3rd and goal. Azos, I wouldn't even want it to be cliche, save the world. So just play a custom character has to deal with his own. And that's what I'm saying. Not like save the world, but like interact with it. And then like something arcane goes crazy. And like you basically, I can't say anything else. It would ruin stuff, you know. You'll see. I can't say anything else, Azo, until you watch more. Come on, Lamar. Chargers bring a blitz. Mark Andrews, contested catch. And they're saying no catch? That looked good. It looked like he had his feet down inbounds, worked through the contested catch. Harbaugh, get ready to throw a challenge flag. This is one of the few places you should throw it. And now the refs are consulting because all the Ravens are saying that's a touchdown, man. And they're now saying touchdown, which of course now will be reviewed, which is the smart way to do it by the refs. Thank you to the refs for that's how you call it, because it will be reviewed. 1 foot down, 2 foot down. He's still got possession. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. There is a game, The Ruined King. It's a turn-based RPG. That's like, I've wanted to play Baldur's Gate as well. There's so many games I want to play, honestly. Oh, and are Ravens going to go for 2 here? They are. Shotgun set, roll out right. Lamar working back over the middle, and he had Bateman. Should have given a soft pass to Bate. Tried to zip it to Flowers in the back of the end zone. He just threw it way too hard, man. And now it's just going to be a 7-point game here. 23-16 Ravens on Monday Night Football. Are you saying Battleground 3? If so, dude, I've always loved Battleground. Battleground was one of those games actually I used to play with my brother a lot. Basically, man, it worked out really well. Arthur was one of the best like snipers in Battleground 3. And Baldur's Gate 3. I'm so dumb. And see, that's why I might have to hit up the girlfriend and see if she wants to play Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3, which is the D&D game basically, is the D&D game basically on Xbox. Co-op. So we could basically play D&D together. A turn-based kind of RPG game. Was telling the girlfriend about Baldur's Gate. Yeah, Battlefield. But when we used to play Battlefield with Arthur, me and him did a lot of we would take the helicopter together or the jet together. But I would focus on taking objectives, really sneaking around by myself, trying to just solo take an objective, especially on the back line, just to disrupt essentially the enemy supply chain and focus them backwards, which then usually helps the forward progress. And he would be sniping, and if he had advantage, like I would just sit there. I would call out, I'd be like, "Hey, I'm kind of pinned down at site C, basically requesting sniper support." And he would sit there and yeah, yeah. My mic was cutting in and out, so I noticed that it you know, was live for that. But yeah, it was fun, man. I miss Battlefield, honestly. Battlefield was one, again, I loved playing with friends. Like, it was so much fun. Like, I know there's been a lot of complaints about the newest Battlefield, I think, but whatever, man. That 2 point conversion was on Lamar, but at the end of the day, he's been playing outstanding, so I'm not really upset with him. Of course, he missed some of those throws early, but that's kind of just, it happens. Yeah, I would take I just hate how all the games are going so much towards just faster paced movement type of combat. And I just don't like it. I always kind of liked the realism of Battlefield in a sense. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't I think I might have played with you, Azo, before, way back Battlefield 2. Maybe not. I remember I was playing with someone, and like it was just so hilarious because we were all in a party together, and I was in a tank in a city, and these people were trying to like hit me in my tank, and I had like a sensor that I could tell where people were at nearby me. So I could see all these red dots in a building right beside me, all of them trying to hide. And so I, of course, what I did is I took my main artillery or my main shell and I used it to blow up the wall. But my secondary weapon was an anti-personnel, like buckshot kind of deal. So I blew a hole in the wall and then shot the anti-personnel buckshot rounds through it. And I got so many kills. Oh, it was one of his roommates is who it was. I forgot his name. But it was just so funny because I was talking to him and I was telling him there are people in there. So basically, he was storming the back door of the building as I was going to, do what I was doing and basically create a diversion for him. And so the first shot blew the wall. The personnel shot got me like a triple kill. And he runs in the back door and then he's just like, "Oh my God, there's so much blood everywhere." And I was like, "Yeah, I just got like a triple kill from in there." Like, Azo, I loved playing sniper, but my first love was anti-tank. So what's funny, Azo, I swear to God, I started this trend in Battlefield. So one day I was on a map. I didn't get into any helicopters, tanks, anything, but there was I enjoyed playing. I I enjoyed playing like anti-tank as well. So what I would do is strap a bunch of C4 to the front of a Jeep and basically just suicide the Jeep, bail out last minute, make sure I could just swerve, make sure you avoid basically that tank's first shot, and and then just bail on the Jeep, let it drive into the tank and detonate. And sacrificing a Jeep that no one wanted for an opponent's tank was such a huge advantage at the beginning of every match. And of course, the Jeeps are so much faster that a lot of people never really were expecting the angles that I would take to come in at their armored personnel stuff, basically. And it great. Like, I'm telling you though, I swear I started the trend because no one did it, and then I swear I started playing a bunch of matches where, of course, people were doing the same thing. But that's just wild talk right there. That's David McNiner, Jeep gang. All I want is a Toyota Tacoma. Cause man, have you seen what they can do with them sons bitches? You can mount anything in the back of them. That thing will drive through the desert with a 50 cal on the back. Hazel, I got that from GTA. Very true, though. That's a GTA thing for sure. Oh, my stream just cut, I think. Or at least the stream that I'm watching the game on. Gotta hit that refresh. There we go. 3rd and 6 here for the Chargers. 11:30 left. I know there's so many games I want to play, like... Yo, I had the San Andreas copy that had all the crazy stuff on it. If you know what I'm talking about. Oh my god, the game just like froze up again. Having issues. Does it keep freezing at the same point? Get the PS5. Do you have a PlayStation? Is that what it is, Azo? McNiner says, "With the Jeep, just mount the minigun on that roll bar." You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. David needs to play some Far Cry. That's for sure. Here we go. 3rd and 6. I'm so far behind now, I feel like. Number 5. Oh, my God, dude. It, like, freezes at the same point every time, I swear. Yeah, they go to a different stream in a second. That one keeps like cutting out on me. Of course, this one literally starts at the same point too. So like could be having the same issue. I have both the PS5 and the Xbox Series, but PS5 is better. Yeah. I mean, Xbox said a long time ago that they weren't making a gaming console. They were making a entertainment console, basically. Bro, why are all the streams having that issue right now? It literally keeps freezing up at the same exact spot. Like, I might have just, I think all the streams just went off the air, essentially. Like, because they all are starting at the same spot, too. All right, this used to be like my #1 stream. And I'm sorry, my stream that I'm watching the game on basically cut out, and then it and every single website that I load or restart the stream. All right, I think I finally found one that's working. There we go. The only thing the Xbox has on the PlayStation, in my opinion, is the controller. No, that's so what I mean by that is Xbox focused a lot on a bunch of extra perks and like connecting stuff, essentially. Like, case in point, Xbox got that deal with Riot Games. You know, everything that's Riot's got David says Russian hackers. But yeah, but PS5, like every stat technically beats the Xbox, like in every category stat wise. There's no, in my opinion, there's no debating that PS5 is it is the better like gaming console. There's no question about that. I've really liked what Xbox has done in other areas. And of course, with buying a lot of these game studios and investing into a lot into what they refer to as Xbox studios, they've got a long-term game plan and vision that I can kind of get behind. And because the way they're doing things, they are giving the ability to these creators to not stick to certain schedules that they used to. We'll see how it goes. It could be horrible. It could ruin everything, to be honest with you. Like, so we'll see. And like we talked about it, Azo, technically Xbox could be on its way out of just getting out of the console business entirely. They really, really, really want the future to be cloud gaming. Case in point, like they're trying to set it up that you don't have to play Xbox. They're trying to make it so you don't even need an Xbox. Roku or the Amazon Fire Stick is doing a deal with them to basically do cloud gaming in the future, so that you can do an Amazon Fire Stick and plug it in and basically play any Xbox game on Xbox Game Pass, which again, I think is absolutely amazing, not having to buy any type of console. But like we talked about right now, cloud gaming, the lag, latency, all the issues, that it's not where it's like VR. It's not where it needs to be mainstream yet. It could be a failed experiment. It absolutely could be. What's really funny is actually the future is going back to CD discs. If y'all don't know that, they made a breakthrough on storage techniques via lasers on CD discs that far exceeds the capacity of current servers. So 3rd and 1 here, 9:55. Ravens probably going to go for it. So they found a way with CD discs to break down the wavelengths of the light so that they can encode like 100 times more data per like nanometer on the disk than they previously were, using just a little bit more complicated reader and writer, but really not that much more complicated. It's just breaking down the wavelengths more into different spectrums and then be able to read those. But if it continues, Henry making a big, oh my God, 2 stiff arms. He was originally met behind the line of scrimmage, stiff arms 2 different Charger players, and able to get the first down. That's huge. But so supposedly the CD discs, they'll also be able to make them thicker as well. So almost like bringing back vinyl, but they will be able to far exceed the data capacity and storage of current any type of server that we've been able to create so far. David McNiner says, cloud gaming combined with AI equals Skynet. Has anyone ever watched Terminator? Terminator versus combined with Idiocracy equals our future, basically. Idiocracy is the comedy turned documentary, essentially, is the funniest part about it. And Hazo, yeah, I feel you on that. But you wouldn't have, that's the thing. They would hold so much data, bro, you would never have to switch the disk. I'll have to see if I can find the article talking about it. Let me see here. And Hill breaks him in 30, 35, 20, 25, 10, 5. He's in as Justice Hill breaks off a huge one on the left side. Touchdown, Ravens, 49-yard touchdown. And that's why they signed Justice Hill to an extension. 100%. And the left side has been where Ravens have just gone consistently all night. 6-play, 72-yard drive here. Double tight end left, twin stack motion from Zay here, so it goes to a triple stack. Isaiah likely split back block. Zay out there leads it, and just Hill able to get to the outside and gone. Showing that home run speed. Azo says every game I own would be on a single disc. I mean, potentially, man. Steve says eat a couple noodles of habanero sauce in the winter. Oh, that's so good. I love what I like to do is I get a cup of ramen, like the ones in the little cups. I like to do spicy beef is one of my favorites. So I make the spicy beef, right? But then sometimes a second spicy beef after it, too much, right? So what you do is you make the first spicy beef, you eat it. You make your second cup of ramen noodles a regular beef. Once you make it, pour out a little bit of the broth, add your leftover remaining spicy broth to your now regular. So it's like 60% regular beef, 40%, maybe a little less spicy beef broth. And it's like, oh, it's so good, man. It brings that just not a lot of spice, but that perfect, like, as you're toning it down for your meal kind of deal. Tucker here. And with that, we've got a 30-16 ball game. Baltimore leads. Party like a rock. Party like a rock star, party like a rock, totally dude, like a rock, party like a rock star, party like a rock. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, hold on. I think I found something about it. I'd rather just find the article talking about it. Okay, I think I found an article talking about it. Hold on. Oh my God. Hey, get own kid $10. Steelers are still your fathers. Don't question your father again. That's funny. Azo, you got to think though, storage space is secondary to data retrieval. So actually, I'm going to talk about it. This is why SSDs are much more popular than HDDs. HDDs store so much more per dollar, but the disk technology is slower. Appreciate you for that super chat, my boy. Congratulations on that win. We'll see you again here shortly. So the optical storage is in decline due to slow speeds and solid state storage rise. A breakthrough by a research team developed a 200 terabyte DVD sized disk for data storage. Can you imagine that? Basically a CD disk with 200 terabytes of storage on it. This 1.6 petabit disk signifies a new era for optical storage, promising vast storage here. Let me see here. Yeah, optical discs are simply too slow to read data from, so if you buy a game for your console on Blu-ray, it has to be copied to the internal SSD first before you can play it. Right now, optical media is the most useful long-term cold storage of data, but at one time it was used as live storage. So they're updating optical. While the largest current Blu-ray disc clocks in at about 100 gigabytes of storage space, blah, 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 blah. Say hello to the petabit disk is what it's called. It was developed by the University of Shanghai for Science and Technology by Professor Gin Mu. Since a petabit is about 8 times faster than a petabyte, this means you're looking at 1.6 million gigabits. Either way, it's a DVD-sized disk that stores around 200 terabytes of data. Let's see. And again, that's just the one about the size of a CD. Like I said, 1.6 petabit, I guess. So I guess it's actually pretty fast as well, while also having like 200 terabytes of storage. And again, that's one just the size of a CD. So they're already talking about what if we make this bigger? What if they made that like instead of a CD, like 3 CDs, 4 CDs on top of each other? How like you could handle what's after a terabyte? A gigabyte? No, hold on. Terabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, millibyte? No. What's after a terabyte? Like, and we might get a PI. Oh, it's a petabyte. So yeah, it's 1,000 terabytes. That's crazy. So imagine that 1.6 petabytes, meaning 1,000. The disk was a 1,600 terabyte memory. Yeah, look into it, man. Like I said, it came across one of my science news articles the other day, and I was like, holy crap, this is interesting. Like I said, it could be a game changer here for the future. And if so, it might be something to start looking into investments. If you've got money to invest, honestly, if there's a company that starts this up, it could be almost like not, CPU, GPU like worthy like Nvidia, but like, it could be a big future thing, especially potentially for military technology. Oh, deep shot down the right sideline, and Nate Wiggins there with Jordan Palmer and nothing on the play. We're halfway through the fourth quarter as the Chargers are starting to show, I feel like, a little desperation here. But it doesn't say how fast. Let's see if I can. And we've got a flag as Harbert throws this ball away, or tries to. Let's see what the flag is. By the way, Azo, if you're really trying to learn about it, the results of everything that he did were actually published in the the journal Nature. So the Nature journal is actually where you would find where they talk about it more, actually. So 3rd and 18, ball on the 48 here of the Ravens. Herbert buying all the time in the world, deep down the left sideline and too high. And really, that's an uncatchable ball. That's uncatchable. They're going to throw a flag on Brandon Stephens. It's an uncatchable ball. Way over the head of both players. Okay, so the writing speed will need to be improved. That's interesting. But won't the writing speed be more about the lasers that are using to put the information on? There is no foul in the play. Thank you. I'm so glad the refs are coming together and like making better calls, because that was a horrible flag by the first ref. Horrible flag. And Brandon turns and goes. And that's just Jordan Palmer slowing down. He should have kept running. And thank you. The rule analyst in the booth is saying there's not enough contact for a pass interference. It tells me that it can't keep up with standard hard drives, which themselves are much slower than. Okay, so good to know. So not there yet, but I mean, I feel like just getting that breakthrough is a big thing. And good punt by the Chargers down at what looks like the 9-yard line. So with 6:30 left, the Ravens just really need to bleed out some time here. For the weekend. Sorry, always here. See, good to know, Azo. Now we both learned something new today. Let's see. We definitely got to close the betting. All the bets are on the Ravens. So if the Chargers pull this off, it's going to be a miracle. Well, the problem with disk drives is the fact that they have to spin, and actuator has to move the specific positions. So here's my thing. If it's not if it can layer more data in just a central, can't we possibly take maybe away the spinning part of it? And like I said, for the writing speed, we're going to need a change in how it's read and written. But I have a feeling with AI technology and like the processors that are out there now, that somehow you could make it multiple readers and sensors that work in collaboration. But I know that also, in its essence, can create latency in the system. So, like you said, it's going to need something to read, write, like better. The spinning part, all that's an issue. I wonder if you could create something for like PCs that would basically like a solid state drive, but much smaller. That would essentially just run the startup stuff and then have some type of optical drive in there that ran like a bunch of other memory, essentially. And like you say, could be useful, but not currently. Definitely agree on that. Ravens only need, I think, 2 first downs here to basically end this game. Oh, another thing about the S24 Ultra that my girlfriend got, uh, the AI assistance in it, essentially super cool. The co-pilot and like the stuff that it can do. Oh, you gotta love the old guys now. Like, no, they should have been called, but it's not the rules guy. That dude, there is contact on every pass. Whoever this game commentator is needs to shut the hell up. Excuse my language. But saying that should have been a flag is a travesty. There is hand fighting every time. Every time on every pass. And that's not something you call in a game like this. That is not. Absolutely not. If the ball had hit the wide receiver's hands or Brandon Stevens' hands, I would give him a little more credit. But that was obviously the wide receiver's fault for failing to run his route. He stopped running. And the ball went clearly over his head and was uncatchable at that point. And the contact was not the source of the stop. Derrick Henry, good run, and he's going to be a yard short. 3rd and 1 here. 5:35. Ravens really need this. And that's what I'm saying, Eggs. They're like not as the primary, like where you hold your system files, anything critical, but like everything else, like in a certain sense, like I feel like there's a use for it. But to be truly successful, it needs to almost be able to replace. But thought on Wiggins so far? I'm loving Wiggins, man. Wiggins has played outstanding his rookie season so far. 3rd and 1. I formation here. And Henry, clear hole on the right side, and easy first down here. That should bring the Ravens to within the 2-minute warning, basically. 40 seconds per. David's raising the red flag. Yeah, Ravens offense, top 3 in scoring. Like they were showing all those. Only team in the last 25 seasons to finish top 3 in all those. There was the 2000 and 2001 Rams, the greatest show on turf. So Ravens are online for a historic season. I think getting guys like TJ Tampa and Arthur Mollett back for the playoffs too will really help this secondary. Hopefully the Roquan Smith won't be a long injury. Handoff left going to Henry, and that's 5 yards here. Good run. And there they're showing Derrick Henry averaging 2.5 yards after contact since 2016. That's number 1 in the NFL. 5,255 rush yards after contact since 2016. That's most in the NFL. He is the yard after contact king. Not yard after catch, yard after contact. Hand off to Hill this time, and he might be like a half a yard short, but we've got a flag on the play, so I'm going to guess this is against the Ravens. It is. Tyler Linderbaum. You don't see that one very often. Linderbaum getting called for a hold. He's suffering with a bad back injury. That's rough. Honestly, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. The game I downloaded on my Xbox most recently, Farm Simulator. I've been like just in a weird mood for games lately. And I play Played Up a lot. I don't know if anyone plays Played Up. Fun little cooking game. It's made for co-op, like party style games. 3:23, 2nd and 14 after the hold. Lamar makes an adjustment here just as Hill moves behind him. It's going to be a QB option right. Lamar cuts back left, and nothing on the play there. Maybe gain of 1. 3rd and 13. 3:18 left here, so are they going to reset this? Oh, Chargers use their first timeout. That's probably a good timeout, actually. Azo says American Truck Simulator. You know what's funny is they have like Truck Space Simulator. So it's like Truck Simulator. You're like doing truck, driving 18-wheelers trucks, but in space. It's actually kind of interesting. Me and the girlfriend were laughing about it the other day on the Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, I was playing. I play a little bit of Chivalry too. I don't know if you play that. But handoff Justice Hill, and he's going to lose yards. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. 3:14 as the punt team comes out here for Baltimore. Down 2-score, 14 points. They would need a perfect here. Azo said, I once was playing American Truck Simulator, and in the game, my character was falling asleep at the wheel, and I didn't know because I, too, was falling asleep at the keyboard. That's funny. Actually, one of the games I've been playing Azo on, I bought from Steam, trading card game shop simulator. So, like, you know, running my own trading card shop. Honestly, it's a game. If my PC was a little better and could handle it, I would absolutely stream it because I kind of have a little fun playing it. But it's more fun RP role playing and like, you know, playing with people basically. So there's a lot more I would play my PC. Honestly, Azo, my PC's even been struggling with League of Legends lately. Like playing even like a ROM after all the updates because they got a bunch of visual updates. They made a ROM actually the bridge between Piltover and Zon, so you now have the fight between Zon and Piltover on the bridge. Yeah, it's a fun game. I didn't know Creepy was playing. I'll have to check it out. Is Creepy streams on Twitch still? I'm guessing. I'm like never on Twitch anymore. Honestly, I miss with Jeremy. One of the things I really miss is when we lived in Ohio, we used to play a bunch of Magic the Gathering. He just, you know, let me use a bunch of his extra cards to like make a deck, and I used to really enjoy it, honestly. On like our days off, we would just sit there. We would like shoot beer pong. Sometimes, you know, just not even drinking, just kind of like for fun. We'd play like Magic the Gathering together and stuff like that. And am I comfortable switching out my GPU? Kind of. I'll be honest. My friend built this PC for me, so it would be 100% my first build. But even if I switched out my GPU, I think my CPU also struggles as well. It might be just all be my GPU, honestly. But I need to hit up my buddy. He said he would send me a Xbox S for free, just because he has an extra one. Which, of course, I'd send him some extra money and pay for shipping. Am I streaming on Thursday? I believe so. I'm planning on it right now, Steve-O. Yeah, stuff does come up every once in a while, but why is it saying? Absolutely hilarious. I love that $10 shout out. I was looking at the I'm almost announced near my first ever payout for YouTube. You know, the $100. I really should be close now after today, which would be pretty cool actually getting my first ever payout. Nah, the AMD FX series did not age well. Yeah, I know. I need the GPU, but also what is it? My and we've got offsides. Replay the first down. And way offsides. Oh, wow. And Wiggins in coverage and no catch for Quentin Johnson. I was playing Cyberpunk with my FX 8350, which is basically your CPU with 2 extra cores. Nice. I know. I was explaining to the girlfriend. We were talking about. She's like, but we could. What about a PC? And I'm like, well, technically everything. Like, if you can afford a PC, everything is better on a PC. Let's be honest. But I was like, the problem is for like an Xbox or PS5. You know, like Xbox X, it's like $500. And Johnson drops a pass. That was Tre'Davious White in coverage, able to knock the ball out, and the fans are booing at Quentin Johnson, as they should, honestly. Hit right in his hands as he tries to bring the ball and tucks it in. He just loses it, oh, look, that's one of the famous Charger fans. She used to be famous before, and she's losing her mind right now with that drop. But, you know, like PS5, Xbox Pro X, $500 to get that level of GPU and everything. It's basically like you need $1,000 PC. That will change actually here in the future, supposedly. And Herbert's going down, a sack. Brandon Stevens and Oweh are there. 4th down Chargers, and they've got to go for it here. And if they don't convert, that's the game. Yeah, Oweh and Brandon Stevens, great job on the blitz. 4th and 9 here. That's the 4th sack for the Ravens defense today. Right side, and oh my God, what a catch by McConkey. He's definitely the future of that wide receiver core. I don't know how much more they're going to count on Quentin Johnson after this year. Two-minute warning. I mean, I don't know, Asa. That's what a lot of people say on the internet, too, that you need about $1,000 PC in total to get about the same performance on games as an Xbox X or a PS5. But I wouldn't be surprised. But I also, like that in the same articles I was reading, they were talking about something new is going to be coming out soon, some new GPU that's going to 100% take that away, price point wise. Could be already out potentially. I don't know when the article was written. Oh, there's a Bob Dylan movie coming out. That's kind of cool, actually. My God, David, how many points you have is so ridiculous. David McNiner is that 2 million? Yeah, 2,865,290 points. And the crazy part is David has 100% earned every single one of those points. You know what's funny is actually I've been thinking about doing a giveaway here soon. Hold on. So I've been thinking about doing like more giveaways and stuff and that and yada yada yada. And like case in point, this was one of the other days. I got it from the liquor store as part of a set. It's a Crown Royal. It's got like hard to see a little bit with my camera, sorry. But it's got Crown Royal, like the logo and the print on it. And it's a leather wrapped Crown Royal flask, basically. And I got two of them. So of course, like it's nice having two of a set, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? I feel like that would be a super cool thing to do, like a giveaway on the channel, like a Crown Royal flask, leather wrapped, part of like a special, edition giveaway kind of thing. And just since I have a second one, and I thought about maybe like at once a month, kind of grabbing a couple things, kind of like this, and trying, to do maybe some more giveaways and that type of stuff. Maybe I'll do one on Thanksgiving or oh, I didn't even realize Thanksgiving. I'm so dumb. Marlon Humphrey in coverage and great pass deflection. Marlon playing at an all-pro level again this year. He heard those people say, I think Marlon Humphrey's fallen off. And Marlon said, say my name again. Say my name. He's definitely deserves a Pro Bowl nod this year. God, that's a great pass deflection. He got that ball. Are you blind, NFL commentator? Whoever calling this game, that's the same guy that was saying it should have been pass interference, even though the rule analyst disagreed with him. Absolute garbage. This commentator here for ESPN Monday Night Football is among some of the worst. And this is going to be a holding call here as Herbert's going to rush, but none of it matters. Runs about on the left sideline on the 30-yard line, but it's a holding. Harbaugh saying face mask. Jim Harbaugh seems upset. Holding on Joe Alt on the play. Let's watch, see if there was a face mask too. And Joe Alt on the right side looks, I mean, his hands are outside. I don't know if I actually really like that holding call. I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. Like, oh, did it just tell me something big's about to happen here? 2nd and 20 now after the holding call. Ball on the 46 of the Chargers now. Herbert, short pass left. That's Disley, and he's out of bounds after a 9-yard gain. 3rd down, 1:38 left on the clock. This game is over, guys. Steve-O said, we cashing in points on Thanksgiving. I know, I got to figure out something really good for the fantasy point or the loyalty points, which, like, case in point for the giveaways, the loyalty points would be a great way to, like, enter for the giveaways, essentially. Like, put a cooldown on it. So, like, essentially you could only do, like, 1 or 2 entries per stream using a decent amount of loyalty points, like just like 1,000, something I give away all the time, So even like relatively newer viewers would still be able to join in on the giveaway. And then also doing it like that, Streamlabs would actually like assist me in doing it. So like case in point, I actually set up a test one. So giveaways, I have a loyalty point one with 2 minutes. All prizes must be assigned to start another prize giveaway. I do have all the prizes set. Everyone, prize, 10,000 loyalty points. Confirm, start giveaway. Why is it saying that? Must be a follower to win. Ticket cost 0, max ticket 1. You gotta love how the giveaway is not working. I'll figure out later. McConkey another catch and down at the 40-yard line. Still short, though, so fourth and manageable, though, but this is the game, essentially. I mean, the game's over. Let's be honest. Chargers have 1 timeout. Ravens have 2. They have a 2-score lead, and there's less than a minute 30 left, and the Chargers still haven't scored. So Lamar is, he's having a little bit of fun with one of his teammates. I think that was Mark Andrews he was joking around with. And was that Troy Aikman or Joe Buck that was calling this? I think it was Joe Buck. I think that was Troy. That was horrible. Troy, yank him. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Bad commentary, man. Like, get him out of here. 4th and 6. I mean, I shouldn't say bad commentary. He actually does a great job. Now, if you want to call a pass interference on that, there we go. There's the flag. I'll hear that argument. There we go. And that's against Marlon Humphrey. I know they're upset about it. Ravens seem to be upset, but I saw the contact. Let's watch here. Yeah, Marlon's already grabbing him. Grabs him again. I mean, actually, I take that back. That was a great pass deflection. Like, he has every chance to make a play on the ball. He really makes most of the contact. He does try to grab him, but the grab he doesn't grab him and it doesn't slow him down. Actually, a bad call. Herbert going to run this up the middle and, takes a big shot. Not realizing Chris Board was there. 113. And with that, we closed the betting, but let's go ahead and settle the betting real quick. Officially, open betting, close betting, pick winner. I have to reopen and then reclose the betting to select the winner. Complete. We know it's over. Everyone bet on the Ravens. Everyone gets points. And that's Jalen Armour-Davis. That was almost offensive pass interference, honestly. Great play by Jalen. 58 seconds left. Ball on the 16-yard line. 2nd and 10. Herbert going left. And, almost intercepted by Tre'Davious White. He ran the route for him, basically. I mean, Herbert, 21 of 36 for 218. Not a bad night. Not a bad night, just. JK injury really hurt this Chargers offense. Over the middle, got a man, and unable to reel it in. Jalen Armour-Davis in coverage, and they threw a flag. I don't know if this should be a flag. They're calling it, of course, on Jalen. Have you ever used zip payment method? I have not, actually. Pass interference in the end zone. Automatic first down on the 1. Let's watch here. I mean, yeah, I guess so. That is a correct call. Yeah. It's kind of super light, iffy, but I'm not going to hate on that call. And Gus Edwards in, so with that, it's a 1-score game. So, I mean, it's not over. Chargers could get an onside kick here. Eight-point game here. An 11-play, 63-yard drive, 2 minutes, 22 off the clock, and there's 46 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Ravens, of course, one of the worst onside kick teams in the league, have allowed 2 returns. Excuse me. And right down the middle. 23-30. Ravens have a 7-point lead. Got to get this onside kick recovery. So Newegg has a bunch of promotions going on right now. So you could upgrade your PC, MOBO, CPU, GPU, RAM, and for less than $500 to be better than the PS5. I mean, that's pretty good, honestly. That's pretty good. And that's the thing. I don't need a Mac Daddy PC, but if I could at least play games and stream games right now, it would be huge. Like, you know what I mean? I've got a case. My case is a pretty big tower with lots of good room, but everything other than that has to go. I need to redo the motherboard. All of the USBs are having issues. I need to insert a Bluetooth unit into it because I don't have a Bluetooth in it. My Wi-Fi card is so old because I was never supposed to be on Wi-Fi, which I'm not. I'm on landline, or Ethernet. But my Wi-Fi card is so old it actually can't even pick up the 5.0 gigahertz or megahertz frequencies, which is the new Wi-Fi. And onside kick here recovered, and Isaiah likely has it. Ravens have it, and that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Steve-O says, is J.K. Dobbins out? He is. He left right before the end of the first half and was questionable return, and then they gave us the report right after halftime that he was not coming back. So after that, it was Gus Edwards as the starter and Kimani Vidal's out as well, so they didn't even have Vidal, so it was somebody else there. And Eric DaCosta having a moment there with John Harbaugh on the sideline. Looks like they had a deep sigh of relief. Ravens now with their 5th straight win on Monday Football. That's the team's longest streak in franchise history. Azel says, shit, then you can do it for half of what I just said. I'll have to look into it, Azo, but like some of the parts, man, like I always get a little questionable on Newegg, like where they're being shipped from and stuff like that. But you'll have to send me on Discord like what you sent. If I could do it for half of that, like honestly, we would probably upgrade the PC within the month, basically. If I could do it for less than $500, we would do it in this month. If I could do it for about $500, but most of what I've seen is the graphics cards I need something big, but I know like basically, like I said, everything inside this thing needs to go. Like, yeah, my case, Azo, is probably, let me see. I've got bigger than a foot, so I'd say my case height is probably like, what's that, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'd say my case height is probably like 18 inches by like by like maybe 8 inches wide. So I've got a really tall tower. It's a gigabyte PC case, basically. But actually, it's about time for me to open that bad boy up. The only thing I've done recently to try to upgrade it is I bought some cheaper RAM, and I doubled my RAM because technically my motherboard I think can support up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. So I took it from 8 to 16 basically, which is still not really a lot. Oh yeah, I know Newegg is exclusively the way to go whenever ordering. And actually Black Friday is coming up. A lot of people say actually Amazon Prime has crazy deals on PC parts on Black Friday. It's actually what I almost built a PC on last Black Friday, was when I had my money. Hunt 20. I'll have to send you a picture of my case later whenever I'm doing it. But all right, guys, that's officially the game. It's starting to get later here on the East Coast. I'm drinking Crown with a girlfriend. We're probably going to go play some games, eat some dinner. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all for coming and hanging out with us today. We held about 6 concurrent viewers the entire stream. It looks like we're going to end with about 688 total views. They both, yeah. We'll have to, like I said, we'll talk about it on Discord later. But I appreciate you guys. Great win by the Ravens. A lot of good things to talk about after this game. Not a lot of really negative points. I feel like the Chargers would have been much more in that game if J.K. hadn't got hurt. So very unfortunate for the Chargers fans, and we wish them the best of the luck in their future endeavors for this playoff run. I know They're very solid in that wild card race. Yeah, send me the links. Have a good night, everyone. Azo, Steve-O, David McNiner. Appreciate the super chats, of course, from not only Azo, but Get Own Kid, of course, our Steeler fan coming in here. Make sure you tune back in. And with that, guys, Darwin's out.